John here again, and I feel like every time I come on these presentations, I have to apologize. I am just literally unbelievably excited. I've been planning for this for the last 12 years. I cut my eye teeth on this during a recession or back in 2002, and really have been waiting for a long time to share this to our portfolios, to you, to help you go forward. At the same time, I want to educate you on things you may not be aware of. Right now, you're hearing some false truths out there. Now, some of you hear this particular false truth and you question it, but you really don't know what to do with it. What I'm talking about, have you ever heard somebody in these times on TV or radio say, "Don't worry, it always comes back"? That's a false truth. Why is that? Think about it. You have 100 chickens, and I get 10 of those chickens from you. Now you have 90 chickens. Somebody else gives you 100 more chickens. Now you have 190. But you still don't have the 10 you lost to me, nor the eggs that they lay. So right now, as the market's going down, it's really important to keep our chickens, keep our money. Because when this thing hits its bottom, it's going to recover. But you will make no money on what you've lost. Very important to understand that. So that's the reason we got out of the stock market and we're in cash and bonds. And today, I'm going to share with you kind of how this bond market, how it helps us and why it helps us. I had somebody the other day say, "John, why would you buy a bond today when the yields are so low?" Because we're not buying it for the yield. Bonds are interesting in that they really pay favor in very tough times. In a bad economy, globally, where's the safest place to put a dollar? The United States Treasury. Give us some examples. Going back here to 2000, the market lost 10.57%. Treasuries that year earned 11.39. Take a look at 2001, about 11% loss in the market. And what treasuries do? 8.43. Stop and think about that. Does it make sense to buy and hold when there is really a more secure option? Let's examine it a little further. You're watching the Indianapolis 500. They're racing around the track, around the track, around the track. What do they do when there's a crash? Do they maintain their speed? Do they increase their speed? Or do they slow down? They slow down. We did the same thing. It's why I got you out of stocks and into the government bond market in order for us to put us in a position to recover in a better way. And you know, 08 was a tough year, down 37%, the market earned 5. We're going to dig real deep on this as we go through these next slides. 08, the market went down 37%. You may have went down that far. You had friends that went down that far, and you didn't know what to do or that you could do anything, but there was something to do. I was here in 08. Some of you were my clients in 08. We didn't get beat up like that, but I learned from 08. What I learned was cash wasn't necessarily the best position for all of my money because bonds, treasuries did very well. This was the, I think the aggregate bond index. If you went with 10-year treasuries, 15-year treasuries, you even did better. In 11, you see that the market had made 2.1. The treasuries made 7.8. In this past March, from May 6th to 17th to 19th, the market went down 2.8, treasuries went up 0.6. This slide, again, I'm trying to help you understand that although you're hearing buy and hold, it'll come back, it's just not true. The market will come back. What you've lost is gone forever. If you had $1 million and this thing ends and you have 400,000, you'll make no money on what you lost. And just look at this. This shows the average peak during recessions of the bond market is 20%. The average drawdown recessions is 27. So go over to, right over here, go over to, I guess, 1982 or so. The market's down 20%. The bond market's up 40. You don't have to think that hard about it. You're just not going to make it today holding in that stock. I don't know why people tell you this. I have my own suspicions. It doesn't really matter. We are making hay by thinking this through and doing the right thing today. Man, can it be any clearer? I know you're going to, some of you may think, "John, I shouldn't be out of the market. I should be in the market." I'm trying to share with you why we did it. Academically, it does not make sense to ride the Titanic to the bottom and swim to the top. Here you look at the '08 crisis. This was U.S. Treasury notes is the blue line here, light blue, and this is the market. So imagine you rode through this, and it recovers. You recover from this point or that point. Am I making sense? This is really the fastest one-month crash in history, '87. The market just swooned way down, and you see here, this is October. By the third week in October, the market dropped a good bit. Bonds have dropped some as well, but look what happens. When you have all of this fear, the greater the fear, the greater the need for safety, and bonds just shot on up. Where do you want to recover from? From this point or that point? I don't really think it's many of you that are questioning this, but I really want you to have a clear understanding, because right now there are many false truths taking place that if you subscribe to them, you will not do as well as we're doing. I got this together because I don't think there's any argument. And I want you to put yourself for a moment in each of these time frames and ask yourself, how would you have felt? What's the best decision? The Great Depression started in '29. 3 years into it, the market's down by 84%. 84%. How do you recover from that? How much time do you need? But what if you use your noggin, right? Went to a government bond, made 14% over that time frame. This is 16 different recessions. 16 over 100 years' time. 16 recessions, every single one, government bonds put us in a far better position. As a matter of fact, they had a positive return every year but one, and that 1 year was in '48, just didn't lose any money. So, very, very important not to get caught up in what everybody's doing. The reason we at JCN are doing so much better is we're just using common sense. And I thought about this for many years before this came. You know, our speakers bureaus, I would talk about, we're going to be ready when the recession comes. We're going to make our big money when the recession comes. Let me share with you how we're going to make the big money in this recession. This is quarterly periods, taking a look at how the market did over different quarters and how a bond did over certain different quarters. And you look here in 2008, in this quarter, the market lost 22%. That's happened in this quarter. This bond made almost 11. But you're not, I don't hear much talk about going to bonds. I don't have time to go into why you don't hear a lot about it, but look at all these quarters here. In every single quarter, the market averaged a quarterly loss of 10.22%, in the bond market 5.06. How long do you have to think about this, y'all? And again, you don't think about it. It's my job to think about it. I've already thought about this. But I want to share this with you because what I don't want you to do is to worry right now. If you're worried, I want you to call me. Yes, I can't change anything, but I can give you the clarity to know why we're doing what we're doing. Because know this, I never got into this business to be your money guy. I'm in this business to help you have a better life. This money is just a doorway, and we're going through it. So I'm very, very confident where we are. As a matter of fact, literally, in the last week and a half, I go to bed, have a hard time sleeping, and I'm so excited about what the next day is going to bring. Now we have a strategy that Alex and I put together to help us benefit during these tough times. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying, I do take a very conservative approach here. If I were more aggressive, we would have made more money in the last week. I don't apologize for it. One of the reasons I make these videos is I need to teach you what I'm doing. Because the better you understand it, the more of it I can do. So right now we're only 50% in bonds. We started off 20% in bonds. And we're doing different durations of bonds. Duration is time. So we have some bonds that are 1 to 3 years time, 7 to 10 years, up to 20-year time bonds. These are government treasuries. Now, again, don't look at the yield. It doesn't matter. When you have a greater demand, the price goes up. If you think about the automobile, you go to buy the sports car or the luxury car that there's only one model, it's a special model. What's it cost? It costs more, and you can't negotiate that price. So With the strategy we're utilizing, we're using different types of bonds over time frames. In '08, the market lost 36.8. This treasury rotation we're using made 1403. In 11, the market made 1.9, and the treasury rotation made 18.25. Take a look at this during these crisis events, the global financial crisis. The treasuries this market went down 16.52, and the treasuries strategy went up 7.28. Over here you have in the flash crash of 2010, down 7.95, we're up 2.88. Every time we're up over here. So we're not thinking super hard, we're not inventing anything brand new, we're just using common sense. But right now, you know people who aren't doing what we're doing. And all they're gonna do is get beat up, and they're gonna recover what's left over. So I'm bringing you to where we are currently, kind of walk you through this. The market today is down 3.62%. 3.62%. In my business, that would be a $3.6 million loss we would have had today. But we didn't have that kind of loss. Today, our strategy is up 2.3%. Very, very clear. We have a conservative, mindful strategy. The delta between that is 6%. There's a 6% variance. You know people right now that are having their hat handed to them. Not you. But I will tell you this, and I don't tell you this, I'm not trying to hustle business, I promise you I'm not. But I would implore you, if you have anybody you care about, friend, relative, coworker, that's not doing what we're doing, I would share this video with them, I would share my number with them. Because people are they're following simple false truths. They're buying now because it's low. No, it might be low, but I think it'll get a whole lot lower. You look at California, which is shut down for a month. If California were a country, there would be the 5th largest country on the globe. This recession, I won't give numbers to it, but this will be the worst we've seen in our lifetime. I think it'll be worse in many ways than '08 because it is so wide and broad. And right now, it really pays to use your head. And I would encourage you, again, pass my name and number on. I can visit with them by phone, by computer, by GoToMeeting. They can come here. It's not too late to keep getting too hurt. My hope is that by the time this thing recovers, and I think it's reasonable to think this, because we're making these kind of returns in a bad day, my hope is that we'll compound a bigger number. And when the market does recover, it is a ferociously fast recovery. The median time to recover is 6 months. And I'm going to share with you next week how we know when to get back in the market. I say that because somebody this week told me that their current financial advisor said, well, we don't have you out of the market because we don't know when to get back in the market. And my answer to that is, well, they don't know when to get back in, to get out, nor in. But just because somebody doesn't know something doesn't mean it's not possible. And certainly we have exercised over the 18 years I've done this, we know how to do this. So I don't want to scare you or frighten you. Really, I'm trying to excite you, man. We're in a great spot. You're in a wonderful spot. And as I wrote in my book, it's very important to control what you can control. So all of our clients, all of y'all watching this video, forget about money for a second. Let's put that aside. That's not what matters. Yeah, it's reasonable to think that in a month's time, somebody watching this video won't be here anymore. So let's think about what we can take advantage of today. If you're off from work, who are you off with? Your friends, your family, your kids. If you get to the end of your life and someone were to see a Bill or Joe, would you like to if you could live your life over again, would you like to spend another month with your family? What do you think you'd say? Here's that opportunity. So enjoy your family, enjoy your friends. Hopefully you won't get sick. And if you get sick, hope you get better. But by golly, take advantage of what we have. I love this time. I've had more time with Leanne and with Alex than I've had in months. We've had wonderful conversations, helped our clients a whole bit. And it really is a wonderful time to be had if you focus on what can be controlled. Lastly, if you have a concern, please call me. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. We are still standing so far, and only 3 people have called us. That doesn't mean I don't want you to call me, but it tells me that most of you really kind of get this. I need your feedback. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you want more. I've got a plethora of stuff to share with you, And I do look forward to hearing you. Take care.